So what is your target when the people is thinking about? Good to see you.
전화를 시기부터 지와이가 팀 한들을 봐요.
Voice of the People TV content.
I went to school in India, I went to college, I studied applied art. Mumbai has a very big advertising industry and I worked there for 10 years before I came to the US, and here also I worked in advertising when I came. But I think it was my work at the museum, my volunteer work, where I was learning about art from all over Asia and I was talking to people about the art. I started getting interested into telling my own stories and making my own art. How we tell our stories, what people know about us, what they want to know, and what we want to tell in our own words is a very big part of my work. A book becomes an object you can share,
Yeah.
So as I started doing that, I realized people would say, where can I come and do this with you? And I used to work out of my basement. And then I decided I should have a space where people can come and we can share stories and learn about each other. And that's what we do here in my studio. It's a community space where people can come, learn, do writing together, do art together, have shows here. And we have events and receptions and we talk to each other. We eat different food that people bring in, because all this is here, but where is the place where we mix informally, not in a very formal way, where we feel comfortable to talk and ask these questions.
India is located South Asia and the world. It is the seventh largest country. Population is 1.3 billion and the most populous democracy in the world. India is one of the oldest civilizations in the world, spanning a period of more than 4,000 years, and witnessing the fusion of the several customs and the traditions which are reflective of the rich culture and heritage of the country.
I have a project called City of Stories, in which I invite people to share a story from their life that they want to share with us, just like you're doing. And because I make books, the story that they share, I design it in such a way that you fold it and it becomes a house-shaped book, a 3D book. And when we install all those houses, it looks like a city. Because my worry is that when children or people learn the stories, they know about famous people, they know about celebrities, they know about what's on TV, or music and sports people, but they might not know the neighbor's story or their teacher's story, or like that person walking there. We don't talk to each other, right, generally? So I wanted to do this project, and my question that I asked in this project is, what stories will we build our city with, right? And if you invite people, how do you invite people and how do you invite them to share their story? These are 2 photographs from the exhibition, and I designed it in such a way, when you fold it, it becomes a house-shaped book, right?
Oh.
So you see this book? It opens like this.
The first
Like this.
page, second page.
Yeah, like this. But it also is like
Who
this.
is writing here all the history?
Yeah, so I took 6 photographs from this exhibition.
Oh.
Okay, and then I asked people which photograph connects with you. And they picked which connected with them. And then I showed them how it became a house-shaped book. And they wrote why they connected with it. So I can read this one for you. It says, "This photo, it reminded me of the Mona Lisa, but the Iranian version of it. It's just a small difference between both pictures, but I found it so deep. It makes me feel kind of insecure, but after a while looking at it, I wanted to talk to this girl just to ask, what is she feeling? What is the thing on her mind?" I love Pepsi on her hand, by the way. This is from Maria Fernanda Lunar Romero, and she's from Venezuela.
She's from Venezuela.
Yeah, and the photography is by an Iranian photographer.
Okay.
And there's a person from Venezuela, and she connected with it, right? And she also wrote here, "I love this exhibition. Our world needs a lot more of this. People are desperate for connection, even if they don't know it."
Yep.
Right?
When you finishing this one,
Yeah.
for who? For kids? Or what is your target? Is everyone?
Everyone. So it depends, So what I do is, and then I have those big frames on which I display this. So everybody can read everybody's story.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That is how we know each other's story.
Learning from each other.
Learning from each other. It's not just children, everybody, even adults, we learn in different ways.
Yeah.
Some people are good with hearing
Yeah.
and understanding. Some people need to read
Yeah.
to understand.
Yeah.
Some people get very good from pictures,
Looking, right?
right? From looking.
Yeah.
But there's also, when you're making things with your hands, your brain changes
Interesting,
and you
that's
learn, you relax,
Yeah.
or you get anxious and you learn in a different way. So in this project, I use all those different ways.
Those kids to sitting here, please, to attention, to make it the handmade, right?
Yeah.
What is your skill?
So that's why the studio invite people to come to the studio, because here we have everything. I also have technology, but I put it away. When children are working with the phone, they are very good with their hands.
Okay.
But the phone is, we don't give them access to all these other things. If those children have access to paper and pencil and creativity, where is the space? When they go to school, it's very stressful. In school, it's to study, and do this and do,
Yeah.
It's very stressful. And then they go home, they want to relax. And they can only do what their parents know. I grew up with stories. My father and mother would always tell me about our family and people who I had not seen, And so I think a lot of problems happen today. The world is, people don't trust each other. People are upset with each other.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is because we don't connect or talk to each other.
Yeah.
But if we do, and I think sharing stories and art, through art, whichever way, music, sharing our stories makes us connect. And I think we need a lot more of that. We need a place, we need places where we can do that. We need to make time to be able to do that, because it is so important. Otherwise, we're just at this crazy speed. The world is going so fast, everything is happening so fast.
Yeah.
And before you know it, it's scary,
Yeah.
But I think to slow down and to know each other and what our stories are, then we will find we connect with each other in so many ways, There's so many similarities among people. Everybody's voice is visible, and that everybody's story is equal. And that is my goal, that is my work, and I do it either through art or through books or through events at my studio. But it is that all stories are equal, and we should do whatever is needed to meet them.